Great dive there from Chase. Already he comes up a body length ahead of Milner. It's interesting, Chase is swimming on the left side of the lane, so he gives no advantage to Milner. Really great tactic there from Chase. I think he's learned a lot, he's matured a lot, he really is developing as an athlete. Wow, this is going out really quick. You can just see the power of that turn, the underwater work. It's not always about the first 50 though, it's always about the last 50. Quite interesting is Chase is not leading at the moment. Milner's right in there in the pack, he's sitting top 5. Second 100 is where it's going to be at for the swim. Breathing every stroke, let's see. Again, Milner just doesn't have that turn, breathes first stroke. You know what, he is really swimming well that second stride, the second length. You can see Chase, he's in his element in the water, beautiful long stroke. Nice 2-beat kick, not using the legs at all. He swam such an even 200. Turns at the 150 in the lead. Hugo Milner is definitely within touching distance. As much as Chase has a 5-second lead over Milner, it's all about that transition. That could evaporate with a miscalculated transition, a hat out the box, a penalty. You see how smooth Chase is looking. Also, I noticed Milner's on a new bike. I don't think he's used this very often. This is only a week-old bike here, so it's very interesting that he's using new equipment at such a big stage. Here they come. Let's see how quick Chase's transition is. He's on his bike, 1 foot in, 2 foot in. He's out the saddle, up to power. Milner's slightly slower. He does the 1 foot in. He's lost it. Here we go, here we go. Slightly easier gear for Milner. Chase has that laser stare when he rides. All about controlling the breathing, all about controlling the breathing. Interesting, Milner's got a much higher cadence here, Hugo has. As much as they're chasing each other, they're riding next to each other in the game. You can see Milner's trainer, his Trax Neo 2, is really rocking backwards and forth. Again, you can see how still, how controlled Chase's upper body is. He's really driving from the hips. Milner's rocking and rolling his upper body. He's really using every ounce of energy to bridge that gap up. Chase McQueen comfortably out in front. As quick as the swim was, it was definitely a measured effort. They're over the cobbles now. They'll feel the vibration coming through the trainer. Hugo Milner out the saddle now, driving over those cobbles. All about max power, watts per kilo. See how close the gaps are, everything to play for here. Just finding your rhythm, getting some fluid on, keeping nice and cool. You can see here, Chase. All he's looking at is his watts, 400 watts, 450 watts. Milner's at 375, heart rate 173, cadence over 100. These guys are absolutely flying. You can see the different techniques. Chase is so still, so calm on the bike. You can see Hugo here is rocking and rolling. 300 watts, 400 watts. Chase is carving out a nice 10-second lead here behind Peza. One good run and then he can be in control of the second race. Really get the fluid in. It's also interesting to note, insulated bottle from Chase, thinking about everything, getting that cool fluid in. Hugo Milner is riding with only one shoe on, one shoe off. This guy is ready to rumble. You can see Milner's trainer rocking with one shoe on, one shoe off. This is maximum commitment. You've got to make the final to win the final. Top two go through. Chase looks good, Chase looks smooth. Such a close race. Throw a blanket over everyone with Chase out in front. Really is great riding from everyone here. You can really see Hugo rocking and rolling on that trainer. So much energy being lost. When you look at Chase, he's just driving the power. The trainer is not moving. Still has that laser focus towards the end of the bike. He has not come here to lose. Is 1 kilometre going to be enough on the run for Hugo Milner to run through?
Our third and final heat of the day for our men. Third stage. Right now, this is the final showdown.
We've got less than 100 metres to go. Cross that line. Look at that. That was a smooth dismount from Chase. Let's see. One shoe on. Second shoe on. Definite movement. Pushing hard on the front of that treadmill. Nice.
The bike and run, 4 youngsters per team. Each doing the swim and the run in their hangover. And now it's time 4 hour.
Drive it down.
In the third heat, get onto the treadmill.
Hugo's struggling with his transitions and he's up. Oh, a terrible transition from Milner. Here we go.
Go through straight to the finals tonight. The men start at 6:45 p.m. Our live show at 6:30.
You just see how relaxed Chase is. Milner is opening up those legs. He is absolutely flying. Harry Leilu's looking good as well, so is Peza. Got 250 per K here. Hugo Milner is on fire. He's up to third. He needs that buffer so he's got more time. He can focus on the next round, which is the pursuit start. 250 per K, heart rate up to 170. Absolutely fantastic running from Hugo Milner. Such contrasting styles here from Chase and Hugo. Really is interesting to see. So good in this stage to be in front, to be able to look back, know where all your competitors are, to see the control that you have over the race. That's all Chase wants. He knows he has that weapon with that second swim. How much energy is Hugo Milner expending here? Who knows? We will find out in the second round. Such a powerful runner. 4th at the European Cross Country Championships. Won the Parliament Hill Cross Country, one of the toughest cross countries there is in the UK. Really is a pedigree runner. Chase though, Chase is picking it up. He's definitely in control of his marked effort. Now it's all about getting the fluid. Hugo run fantastically there. He got himself back in the game. Has he done too much to go again? But get that heart rate down, think about the next round.
The first stage, get ready for the second. The pursuit start 4 hour minutes, number 3. The final qualification race, final qualification stage this morning. Well, it's afternoon already, started at 9 o'clock this morning. And in a moment's time, we will have all qualifiers, quarterfinals tonight, by commence and win this race.
Did anyone get a penalty then?
No, there were some people who were very close.
Yeah, okay, but no penalty. Fancy. You know when you're jumping off the bike? Yeah.
The line's in a different spot to where the thing is though.
Okay.
So you have to go across the line
Yeah,
until the banner comes up.
Okay.
But then, as long as everyone does the same, it's fine. Like, it's literally done, and then the banner takes a good few seconds.
Okay. Did Hugo Milner go too deep? He was absolutely exhausted at the end. It's about managing your effort, taking yourself up to that threshold level and still being able to operate in a good position. The splits are up. McQueen goes first, Milner's diving in, a minute behind him. Don't forget on the swim to get close to him on the lane rope for the first bit. A little cheeky tip for Milner. Harry Lelou is right there as well. God, this is a tight heat. Top 3 athletes within 1 second. Got less than 30 seconds to go now. Chase McQueen, this is his strength, the second swim. He will want to break that elastic early. And bang, 3 in within 1 second. Oh, Hugo's smart. He is right on that lane rope. He needs to stay there for as long as possible on those feet. The great thing is he's got Henri Schoeman on his right, so he can sit on his hip as well if he's smart enough. Chase just looks so smooth. Hugo is thrashing there. Oh, look at that. Chase looked over his shoulder to see where Hugo was after 50 meters. That man is in control. He wants to put, Chase McQueen wants to put to bed what happened last year here in London. The disappointment, the anguish of doing 200 butterfly, and the pain of it, I guess. Again, Henri Schoeman's having a swim of his life. Again, Chase looks over his shoulder to see where Hugo is. Chase McQueen doing what he does best, swim, swim, swim. Hugo Milner is hanging in there though, he really is. 150, fantastic turn from Chase. This is where Hugo can't go too deep. He needs to save something for that bike and that run. Smooth transition there from Chase. Again, just so good at turning the power on early in the bike. Hugo taking his time, he's losing precious seconds. Pezza, Pezza. Chase McQueen, second round, focus has not changed. Those laser eyes, upper body is moving a little bit more. But compared to Hugo Milner, you can just see the difference. All that energy is going straight through the pedals to create more power. Hugo Milner is rocking and rolling. Henri Schoeman is looking good in second here.
Okay, so we're now on the big screen, Henri Schoeman and Chase McQueen. Look at the swing, or it's from the pool. They're busting the power. Look at them looking at each other. They're just trying to have a sneak.
What's interesting, Chase McQueen has not done up his shoes. Shoes are open, just driving the power down. Hugo Milner's the same.
Look at him. Looking at a big screen.
It's good to see that Chase is still responsive.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
He's still on.
Chase McQueen is just so consistent with this power. Heart rate sticks 170 to 175. He's just sitting there at 5.5 watts a kilo. He knows it's his measured effort. Hugo Milner's in third. He really is rocking and rolling. Such high cadence from Chase. He's sitting at 100 RPM. He turns his pedal over 100 times in 60 seconds. At this kind of power, that's just absolutely awesome. 1.5 kilometers in, 3.5, 2.5 to go.
It's going to be an interesting one. They're all hanging out in the VIP right now. They're punching everything.
Yes, yes.
I'm sure they got the best race preparation.
I got kicked out of this, like, no, you know.
They're on the rollers, up and down.
Do not touch the booster. This is for these guys that have to fuel
Harry Lello is having the race of his life here. He's going to get a top, needs to make the final. Running at 340, 350 watts.
Prepare for their race. Their race is going to be the relay. So they have a relay. So
It's quite interesting. Every time Hugo Milner gets overtaken, he really gets out of the saddle. You can't react to everything that happens. You need to focus on what your game plan is. You need to focus on your power, your heart rate. You can see Chase has come here with a plan. He needs to get into the final using as little energy as possible. So far, he's doing exactly that.
You make it look like you give him competition until just before the finish line.
yeah, you gotta.
And then you send him home with a good feeling.
And yeah, well, we'll see just in a moment. But we have.
What would it mean for Chase to get to the final?
Number 3.
Well, it gives him a shot at redemption.
On the way, looking at the young Solomon Vidal, I look at him in that orange jersey, just pushing massive quad. So we'll see. We're gonna change the screen with all the infos and try to get the best one. And we're still waiting for the official results for our final for the women, and of course the men's will come shortly after that.
And you know, maybe to leave everything out there, you see Chase right now.
These pain faces are exquisite.
There was 3 of them basically at the same time in that first stage here of the third heat. And again, this is going to be absolutely brutal, all sort of on the same level, but only 2 will go straight.
You can see with Chase's position, his saddle's quite far forward, his shoulders are almost over his handlebars. It's so you can really drive down that heel, really push all that power. Probably not the best position for riding outside, but it's the best position for creating power. Aero means nothing in the supertri E. It's all about power, all about watts per kilo.
Max was really far away from the field, and then the rest of the field was just fine.
Such a step up for Hugo Milner. I know he's got such respect from his other competitors. Coming here, winning a World Cup, winning a European Cup, the hope of a nation. Will he make the Olympic Games? Is this the start of something special? Okay, he needs to make the final first. Chase McQueen just has not broken. He is relentless in his pursuit. One shoe out. You can see he's got his feet taped up.
7:56, I believe. No, the women is 7:56.
He's really reading the course. He knows exactly how far he's got. He's going to get ready to jump off. What a transition from Chase.
Shoes are on and just get going to treadmill.
What a lead. Chase has ridden exceptionally in that race. Let's go!
Going to the second one, jump on the treadmill.
Sorry.
And try to chase the second spot so far. The Chase.
It's a measured effort. Run the first 500 hard.
Very expensive, very experienced athlete.
This is a different athlete. Watching Chase McQueen craft this skill out in 2024, he is calm, he is relaxed. He's put himself in a position where he is in control of this heat. He just needs to get first or second. Everyone else is chasing that second spot. Hugo Milner, what a class runner. He gets that treadmill up to speed so quickly. This is such a tale of 2 halves. So good to see when an athlete's in control. 600 meters to go.
Anyway, the arena is filling up, also for the corporate race.
Chase is already thinking about the final, thinking about lane draw, getting there, using as few matches as possible.
Just use the hashtag supertri. So that's where you can share your photos.
You can see the calmness in his stride. He's just looking at everyone's current speed on the right of his screen. He really is in control. Heart rate 170, very manageable. Harry Lello is having the race of his life. Hugo Milner is stepping up to race against seasoned supertri E racers. 400 meters to go. It's a great performance, doing just enough, not too much, to qualify for the final with ease. He's probably dreamt about this day for 12 months, coming to London, racing for a world title like he did last year, and finishing the job off. Can Chase McQueen deliver on the biggest stage in the esports world of triathlon?
And Nathan is here right next to me. Can't hear what he's saying, but I'm sure like lots of important information.
Hugo Milner is just an animal on the bike. Drive, drive. You can see here, all the coaches are there supporting. Chase is here on his own.
Of course, our kids race followed by the World Triathlon race, so we will have our kids race, but there will be a race.
Chase at no stage has been put under pressure in these heats. He has been in total control. Harry Lello qualifies comfortably. Now Hugo Milner, it's all about that selection, that fastest time. He raced to the line. Was this one of the quickest heats? Will Hugo Milner get one of the fastest losers spot? You can see here Hugo Milner has given everything to this race. He wants to be in that final. Chase, the true gentleman. Fair play. Chase goes up to Milner and gives him a fist pump. Such respect amongst these athletes. They are broken and they have to do it all again this afternoon.